What's up everyone, just wanted to drop a quick video guide on one of the best, if not the best ways for you to actually level as a Barbarian this season. I was playing this myself and I had a blast. This was the best experience I ever had, leveling a Barbarian. It's super fast, super strong. I actually leveled in, 4 to 5 hours. It was really good, up to T4 by the way. I managed to get bit 65 cleared with 7 to 8 minutes left on the timer. I went into T4 basically farming it. It's actually insane. So, first of all, we're running the tech run. But the important thing here is what we're using to proc it, which is money. This rune has actually changed this season. Now you can actually proc it by casting ability skill twice. And the ability skill we are casting is surprisingly a skill that I didn't know actually has an ability tag, and Beatdropper actually told me, Lunging Strike. This you can just constantly proc earthquakes. You just do 2 lunging strikes, earthquake, and you're constantly on top of the enemy as well, right? It's really nice. And by the way, the reason this is a really good one to start off is because these runes, money and tech, are both magic runes. You can easily start getting them at around level 15-20. That's when most people are getting theirs. You get them super early, you can start this super early, and you don't really need a lot of support. You can just put those runes up and you're ready to go. Right. Now, when it comes to, the aspects you're running, you're just going to be running all the earthquake aspects as soon as you get them, of course. Aspect of the earthquakes, you can't miss that, of course. Executioner's aspect. This is insane. As you can see, we're getting 420. Nice. 420 multiplier from a single item, from a single 100 weapon. This is insane. With double dipping on our strength, we already want to stack strength. It's really good. We're also getting incendiary fissures. This is the new aspect for this season. And the last aspect we're running for the earthquakes, it's actually a defensive one on our amulet. Because for some reason this season they gave it a massive damage multi, right? Whatever, we take those, right? Now for the rest, we're using bolt shifting to get our shell super low. It's especially good for farming and stuff like that. Really nice, feels really good. And then we just get some, damage multis on the rest. We get using elements here, and I'm running the new Bahamut one that gives ranks to ultimate skills and stuff. I'm trying this out mostly. And lastly, we're gonna have anger management to actually have berserker time, right? Now, when it comes to the uniques, I actually got to actually complete the 65 bit without any unique, mind you. You don't need them at all. Now, what we're running on the helmet is gonna be might. You're gonna be running a might helmet with strength, life, and resists, of course. On the chest and pants, you're gonna be running disobedience and juggernaut for the armor, with again life, strength, resist. And on the boots, you're gonna be running Actic, which reduces your cooldowns when you use a basic skill like lunging strike, right? And again, we're gonna be running. You can either go strength, life, movement speed, or resist. One of those 4. I mean, 3 of those 4. I'm correct. Now, 2 stats I really want to point out here. Heavy hitter, one of the tempers, really important. This is a massive damage multiplier, okay? I'll cover it in a second how much it is, but just so you know, whenever you get this, it's going to be either +2 on a 200 weapon or +1 on a 100 weapon. And if you actually master work it a single time, which I didn't when I was leveling and it was still good enough, you master work it a single time, it goes from +2 to +4. It's insane. You get a lot of damage here. The next stat I want to point out is strength. Try to, enemies with strength drop quite often. They might not be really good, but just slot anything with strength you have and you're gonna be good cheap. Jumping back in here for a second, I forgot to cover the uniques. You can actually fully clear T4 without uniques. I did it. Actually went to T4 and then went back down to T3 to farm the bosses. And you're gonna be getting Ugly Bastard and Yen's Blessing from Zir. Yen's Blessing you can actually swap from Ragnarok boots, but I believe Yen's Blessing is better. We are mostly using it for the resist, right? It's just so good, you just cover all resist, super easy. Then for the pants, I went for Tibalt's Will. I'm not 100% sure if it's better or not, but the outstats, the life and damage reduction, and the damage multi were really hard to pass on. And lastly, the new unique for the season, Mantle of Mountain Fury. You actually get this from Beastie Nice, right? That's where you get it from. A lot of damage, it gives you a good amount of armor that just fixes most of your armor problems early on. It's really nice. Anyway, back to the rest of the video. Now, into our skill tree. It's really simple, I'm just going to go super fast here. Launching Strike, of course. We're running all the shouts, pick them up. Now, here you have an option, either Ground Stomp or Iron Skin. I personally prefer Iron Skin, it's much safer, especially earlier on when you don't have your resist, you know, properly covered, or your armor. It just makes it much smoother, much easier, but you can go Stop if you prefer. Now, Shout, the Shout passives, all the passives, all the passives, right? Now, here down here, we have a choice. I'm running Wrath of the Berserker. I don't think it's the best option. I'm just running it because I was already playing it the build before, and I still have like Wrath of the Berserker Tempers cooldown, right? But I do believe Call of the Ancients is just better because you actually have this damage multiplier here. You play what you want, but I do advise going Call of the Ancients. Now, for the Keystone Unconstrained, of course, you don't need any introduction here. And Heavy Hitter. This is 15% multi per rank. This is insanity, the amount of damage you're getting here. 270 multi, and this is not even maxed out. We're going to be getting like 500 at the maxed out build or something. It's insanity, the amount of damage you get here. Anyway, moving on to the Paragon, I'm going to quickly cover it. Now, first of all, this Paragon, I made it specifically to get our power spike super early, to make leveling easier. I'm going to be respecing out of it whenever I go to my actual main build. Now, Force of Nature is the first one you go for, really important, right? Then we're going to go for Blood Rage, and lastly, you're going for Decimator. We're only running 4 boards here. Whenever we swap to the other build, we're actually going to get the 5, right? Again, I'm just getting those power spikes as soon as we can here. Now, for the first board, we're running Challenger. The second one, we're running Marshal. That shout, that cooldown reduction whenever you shout is really nice. Just makes the build so much safer, so much smoother. I do advise going for it. Now, on this third board, we're running Ire. To get that extra Berserking, this is actually the glyph I leveled first. This is already 46, already a legendary. It's just better to level it first. And lastly, we can't forget Rumble. This just makes our Earthquakes do a lot of damage, specifically against bosses and elites, right? So it's just so good. It just gives you a lot of them. Now, this build, you're going to be able to run it and easily swap to another variant of the Earthquake builds that a lot of people are running. Either Whirlwind, Auto Earthquake, Leapquake. You can easily swap between them without much friction. And this was just super good to level. This was the best leveling experience I've ever had. And hopefully with this guide you guys can also experience a part of it. I do really hope you can play the build, you have fun with it. Again, I can't say it enough. This was the best leveling experience I ever had. I had a lot of fun. Maybe the Witch Tide things would also help. That's a really good one, really good season. But yeah, hope you enjoy it. Let me know down below how your journey went. And if you want to see the continuation of the other build, Whirlwind Auto Earthquake, updates on that build and so on, make sure to subscribe because I'll be keeping that build update. It's going to be the build I focus on this season. Anyway, thanks for watching and see you next time.